Today's video, we're going to talk about Chanel classic flaps to be specific. And even more specific, the one and only Chanel classic flap that I have in my collection. And to add to it, just to go off a little bit, is why I think Chanel is bugging. So if that is something that interests you, I certainly hope that you will continue watching. Hello YouTube and welcome to Mrs. Koi Style. My name is Kawana. I thank you so much for joining me here on my channel where I speak about style. I do some hauls, some reviews, and every now and again I sprinkle in a little bit of luxury. So if that is something that interests you, I certainly hope that you would consider watching today's video until the end. That is very important. Subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell notification so that you never ever miss one of my videos. Okay, Chanel classic flap goes back to 1955. It was created by Gabrielle Chanel herself. It contained a Mademoiselle lock. When she passed away and Karl Lagerfeld, the king, took over in the 80s, he replaced that Mademoiselle lock, which is now known to be on the reissue bag predominantly. He changed that to the CC that we all know and find to be recognizable as Chanel. So shout out to Karl Lagerfeld, because that CC for me is Chanel. But anyway, what was the point that I was making? Oh my gosh, I'm only like 2 minutes into the video and already going off the rails. Chanel classic flap bag that was redesigned in the 80s by Karl Lagerfeld. Contains a few sizes. I ain't here about to try to count, so I'm just going to tell you the names of them. We have from smallest to largest. We have the minis. They come in the mini square and the mini rectangular. And then the small size. Then medium large. There is no medium and then a large. They are the medium large. That is how they are described. Medium slash large. And then the jumbo, and then the one that we're here to talk about today, the Maxi, the big mama, the one that I have. I would say, as best I know, the Maxi is the least popular of the classic flap sizes, and I think that's because, well, from what I hear people say, oh, it doesn't fit my frame, I'm petite, I'm small, it's just too large. And then also with the resurgence and popularity of smaller bags over the past, I don't know, decade or so, the Maxi has really kind of lost its place. So as you will see, we're going to get into my Maxi. I just wanted to show you all, just for purposes of understanding how I store my big mama. I always keep her in her dust bag. All Chanel classic flaps come in this kind of a dust bag that has the diamond quilting and say Chanel across the front with this sort of felt. When you see a black dust bag, that would mean that it's a seasonal bag, not part of the classic flap collection. So that's in terms of the dust bag. You flip it open and there she is, Miss Gabrielle Chanel herself. And let's go ahead and get into my beautiful bag. My bag is in the color light red. I hope it's coming up true to color on camera. Not necessarily sure it is. My sister describes this color as like sorbet or sherbet. I don't know. And my son says it reminds him of Halloween. I don't know. I guess it does have kind of like orange undertones in the bottom. Let me see if I turn off the light, if that'll give you a little bit more. Nope, that really just washed it out. But yeah, and now it's a little bit brighter. In any event, it is in a light red color. It almost to me sometimes looks fuchsia pink. That's kind of the color variation, but I guess it is what you see. So let me get into the details of the bag. It contains that CC lock that I was telling you about that was created by Karl Lagerfeld in the 80s. The color of my lock and hardware on the bag is a light gold. It's not that deep kind of 24 karat kind of bling bling gold. It's more of a subtle gold, brushed gold or light gold. It would be called by Chanel. This is the classic flap. All classic flap styles contain this flap in the front with the CC logo, unless you're talking about the reissue, but we're only talking about the classic flap. Okay, let me keep you guys interested. Okay, they would also contain here on the back the Mona Lisa pocket. This pocket is a great feature, especially on a bag like this. It can fit just a few things that you need to just readily stick in your bag when you don't want to take the time to unturn the lock to open the actual bag. So I think that's a great thing. And then, you know, you have the chain straps. Mine is in the maxi size. So mine is in the maxi size, as I've mentioned. When you open it, you see that mine is a single flap, which was one of the prerequisites for me. I didn't want a double flap bag. A lot of the bags, well, no. In 2014, Karl Lagerfeld stopped making the single flap bag and is only in favor of the double flap bag. My understanding is that it does not only offer more security, but it also offers more structure here when you're looking at it from the side. As you will see, mine is kind of bending a little bit and slightly moving forward. When you have the double flap, it just allows it to sit up a little bit more. And it just looks more, I would say, aesthetically pleasing when you have the double flap. But for me, it's very cumbersome. So it was important to me to have the single flap bag because you already have to open up the bag to get into it. If I had another flap, then I would have to open that also to be able to get into the bag. And hey, ain't nobody got time for that. For real, right? So in my bag, when I take my stuffing out, I keep this bag stuffed. You will see that it is a large open compartment that has a few slip pockets on the back. It has a zip pocket here all the way in the back where I keep my authenticity card. Authenticity cards are no longer being used by Chanel. They're using some sort of a chip or something. Do what you do, because I ain't buying none of those new bags, and I'm going to get to that in just a couple of minutes. But I do keep my authenticity card here in the bag. There isn't a whole lot to it. It's just a open bag. This bag is circa 2013, I believe. That's what the year is from that this bag is from. I think it's in great condition. Another point of mention that it's in this beautiful, soft, silky lambskin. The more popular leathers used by Chanel for the classic flaps are caviar leather or lambskin leather. Those are the more popular. Others are obviously used, but I know a lot of people favor caviar because they say it's more durable. What are you doing? Slamming your bag around, throwing it down? I ain't doing that with my bag. So lambskin was perfect for me, and I just love the delicate feel of lambskin, and I just love the way it looks. It just, to me, it's just more visibly appealing. If you would like to see a video on a comparison between the different types of leathers that Chanel utilizes, let me know down in the comments and I'll bring that to you, because I do own a few different types of leather bags. Anyway, back to this. What else did I want to say about this beauty? I will list the dimensions down in the bottom. A lot of people think that it really is too big, and I can understand why they would feel that way, but it is not much bigger than the jumbo. The jumbo is more popular than this one, the maxi, but the most important, the most sold size of bag historically for years and years has always been the medium to large, because it's right there in the middle. The small, I think that they don't even make that many smalls. The smalls are pretty rare, difficult to get your hands on. But what I like about those is, I believe, but don't quote me, I don't believe that they come with the double flap. And the minis, whether it be a square or a mini rectangular, those do not contain the double flap either, because I mean, you need all the space you can get, and with the double flap, it takes some of the space away from the bag. So I purchased this bag in 2017, pre-loved from Fashion File, where I paid around $2,500. This was very easy to do because this is when the mini bag craze was hot and heavy. So no one was really gravitating towards, especially not the maxi, maybe the jumbo, but definitely not the maxi. So I got it for a great price. If I would have purchased this bag at that time, well, in 2012, it was $5,200, if I'm reading correctly. Can I even see? Oh boy, now I don't even know where I put my glasses. That figures, right? Anyway, yeah, it was about $5,200. By 2017, it was $6,000. So approximately, you know, whatever that is. $800 price increase over the course of, what is that, 5 years? Okay, well, cut to now. Cut to now. This bag is $10,000. No way. No freaking way. Chanel is bugging. Even with the lambskin, even with how beautiful it is, even with the fact that it's a classic and this silhouette has been around since 1955, even with all of that said, $10,000? No way. I would totally recommend this bag. I think that the bag is incredible, but as you will also know, I am a big proponent of purchasing and buying pre-loved. One, because the quality has diminished over the years, so when you go pre-loved, you're going to get something that's in a better quality, hopefully a decent condition from someone who took very good care of it. But also because of price. Typically you're going to, although Chanel does retain its value, I just think you're going to do better if you go pre-loved, because I couldn't imagine walking into a Chanel store and walking out with one thing and it being only one bag. For me, that is just not going to happen. I just can't see it. I can't see it. But you know, this lambskin leather, let me know if you've ever felt it. I think that it's incredibly beautiful. There was even a time, I've been told, that the lambskin bags cost more. I believe it was Claire Chanel. She's a UK based influencer who has a very extensive Chanel collection and a vast knowledge around Chanel. I believe it was her who shared that the lambskin once cost more than the caviar because it was considered to be just more elevated. And I could dig that and I could relate, but I'm glad that they kind of wiped that away, because it just, you know, I guess it makes it fair. It is the same silhouette. The bag is still going to do the same thing. But this is my Chanel Maxi, the largest, the big mama for this mama. Well, nobody better call me mama except my kids. But yeah, if you want to know anything else about this bag, please let me know in the comments. And again, I said this is the only classic flap in my collection. One, because I like to have a bag with a little bit of a I like to have a bag that's different. And I described that. I talked all about that in one of my other bag videos. I think it was a reveal of a bag that I purchased. So I will link that in the card so you can hear more about why I do not necessarily gravitate towards classic flaps. And if you would like to see a video on my collection of, I don't want to call it a collection, I have a few Chanel bags that are all seasonal bags, and I can talk to you more about what seasonal bags. I'll talk to you about that in another video if you're interested. I have a lot of things to talk about. I have a lot of videos to come. And maybe if I break it out that way and discuss with you one topic at a time, it'll bring me more content to bring you guys. You guys are like, yo, she just really hard-bodied standing there holding this bag for the whole time like she's Vanna Black out this piece. But no, seriously, I'm excuse me again. If you enjoy this type of content, if you want to know more about bags, more about the history of bags, more about why I choose my bags, or what might help you choose your bags, let me know all of that. Share with me, talk to me, comment with me. You're here and you lasted this long, so let me know what you want to see coming up, because I am planning on bringing more quality and maybe even more frequency, but less chatter, so to speak. We shall see, but let me know. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs all the way up. I hope that you would have commented by now. Oh, by the way, I am wearing my Chanel earrings in honor of the topic that I'm talking about. My Tiffany necklace, yes, it's silver. I still like silver, palladium, and platinum. I know everyone's doing the gold, and that's fine. I do have a gold nail. That's all good. But I just wanted to mix it up a little bit with some silver. And then I am wearing this blazer by Halogen in this tweed, because I felt that it was a little Chanel-esque. But anyway, remember that everything I shared in this video and every one of my videos is me to a C. I'll see you in the next one.